The scene changes to a stately palace, set out with all manner of deliciousness, soft music, tables spread with all dainties. Comus appears with his rabble, and the lady with set in an enchanted chair, to whom he offers his glass, which she puts by, and goes about to rise. "Nay, lady, sit. If I but wave this wand, your nerves are all chained up in alabaster, and you a statue, or as Daphne was, root bound that fled Apollo. Fool, do not boast, thou canst not touch the freedom of my mind with all thy charms, although this corporal rind thou hast immanacled, while heaven sees good. Why are you vexed, lady? Why do you frown? Here dwells no frown, nor anger, from these gates sorrow flies far. See, here be all the pleasures that fancy can beget on youthful thoughts, when the fresh blood grows lively and returns brisk as the April buds in primrose season. And first behold this cordial julep here, that flames and dances in his crystal bounds, with spirits of balm and fragrant syrups mixed, not that Nepenthes, which the wife of Thone in Egypt gave to Jove-born Helena, is of such power to stir up joy as this, to life so friendly or so cool to thirst. Why should you be so cruel to yourself, and to those dainty limbs which nature lent for gentle usage and soft delicacy? But you invert the covenants of her trust, and harshly deal like an ill borrower with that which you received on other terms, scorning the unexempt condition by which all mortal frailty must subsist, refreshment after toil, ease after pain, that have been tired all day without repast, and timely rest have wanted. But, fair virgin, this will restore all soon. 'Twill not, false traitor, 'twill not restore the truth and honesty that thou hast banished from thy tongue with lies. Was this the cottage and the safe abode thou toldst me of? What grim aspects are these owly-headed monsters? Mercy, guard me! Hence with thy brood enchantments, foul deceiver, hast thou betrayed my credulous innocence with visored falsehood and base forgery, and wouldst thou seek again to trap me here with liquorish baits, fit to ensnare a brute? Were it a draught for Juno when she banquets, I would not taste thy treasonous offer. None but such as are good men can give good things, and that which is not good is not delicious to a well-governed and wise appetite. O foolishness of men, that lend their ears to those budge doctors of the Stoic fir, and fetch their precepts from the Cynic tub, praising the lean and sallow abstinence, wherefore did nature pour her bounty forth with such a full and unwithdrawing hand, covering the earth with odors, fruits, and flocks, thronging the seas with spawn innumerable, but all to please and sate the curious taste, and set to work millions of spinning worms that in their green shops weave the smooth-haired silk to deck her sons, and that no corner might be vacant of her plenty. In her own loins she hutched the all-worshipped ore and precious gems to store her children with. If all the world should in a pet of temperance feed on pulse, drink the clear stream, and nothing wear but frieze, the all-giver would be unthanked, would be unpraised, not half his riches known, and yet despised. And we should serve him as a grudging master, as a pernicious niggard of his wealth, and live like nature's bastards, not her sons, who would be quite surcharged with her own weight, and strangled with her waste fertility. The earth cumbered and the winged air darked with plumes. The herds would over-multitude their lords, the sea overfraught would swell, and the unsought diamonds would so emblaze the forehead of the deep, and so bestud with stars, that they below would grow inured to light, and come at last to gaze upon the sun with shameless brows. List, lady, be not coy, and be not cozened with that same vaunted name virginity. Beauty is nature's coin, must not be hoarded, but must be current, and the good thereof consists in mutual and partaken bliss, unsavory in the enjoyment of itself. If you let slip time like a neglected rose, it withers on the stalk with languished head. Beauty is nature's brag, and must be shown in courts, at feasts, and high solemnities, where most may wonder at the workmanship. It is for homely features to keep home. They had their name thence. Coarse complexions and cheeks of sorry grain will serve to ply the sampler, and to tease the housewife's wool. What need a vermeil tinctured lip for that? Love darting eyes, or tresses like the morn. There was another meaning in these gifts. Think that, and be advised, you are but young yet. I had not thought to have unlocked my lips in this unhallowed air, but that this juggler would think to charm my judgment as mine eyes, obtruding false rules pranked in reason's garb. I hate when vice can bolt her arguments, and virtue has no tongue to check her pride. Impostor, do not charge most innocent nature, as if she would her children should be riotous with her abundance. She, good cateress, means her provision only to the good that live according to her sober laws, and holy dictate of spare temperance. If every just man that now pines with want had but a moderate and beseeming share of that which lewdly pampered luxury now heaps upon some few with vast excess, nature's full blessings would be well dispensed in unsuperfluous even proportion. And she no whit encumbered with her store, and then the giver would be better thanked, his praise due paid, for swinish gluttony. Ne'er looks to heaven amidst his gorgeous feast, but with bespotted base ingratitude crams and blasphemes his feeder. Shall I go on, or have I said enough? To him that dares arm his profane tongue with contemptuous words against the sun-clad power of chastity, fain would I something say, yet to what end? Thou hast nor ear nor soul to apprehend the sublime notion and high mystery that must be uttered to unfold the sage and serious doctrine of virginity. And thou art worthy that thou shouldst not know more happiness than this thy present lot. Enjoy your dear wit and gay rhetoric, that hath so well been taught her dazzling fence. Thou art not fit to hear thyself convinced. Yet should I try, the uncontrolled worth of this pure cause would kindle my rapt spirits to such a flame of sacred vehemence that dumb things would be moved to sympathize, and the brute earth would lend her nerves and shake, till all thy magic structures reared so high would shattered into heaps o'er thy false head. She fables not. I feel that I do fear her words set off by some superior power, and though not mortal, yet a cold shuddering dew dips me all o'er, as when the wrath of Jove speaks thunder, and the chains of Erebus to some of Saturn's crew. I must dissemble, and try her yet more strongly. Come no more. This is mere moral babble, and direct against the canon laws of our foundation. I must not suffer this, yet 'tis but the lease and settlings of a melancholy blood. But this will cure all straight. One sip of this will bathe the drooping spirits in delight, beyond the bliss of dreams. Be wise and taste.